Hi everyone, welcome to my channel where we are learning about the world of wine in general, but not only. I already have included a video about whiskey and many more are going to follow in the future videos, of course. But today is going to be all about blind testing. So what you have to do is just sit back, relax, and let's go through the blind testing steps together. But before that, before you go through blind testing, make sure your palate is clean, your nose is clean, and you have perfectly clean glass as well. And in order to go through the appearance, make sure you have a white background. So, like I already said, appearance. First, we have to speak is about the color. So, if it's a white wine, of course, obviously you say a white wine. If it's a red wine, you'll say the wine it's a red wine. Clarity, it's about the most of the wines are clean. Therefore, we're going to say the wine is clean, as they are. Most of them are filtered and fine. So, if not, you can say it's slightly hazy or cloudy. Brightness, I'm sure most of you know what brightness is about. Intensity of the color, we have to speak here to describe how intense the color is. If it's pale, let's say you tilt the glass and you can see your fingers, it means that it has a pale color or moderate color, and you can't see anything, it means it has a deep color intensity. Then core color, it's about when you look at the glass, kind of like, I don't know if you can see it here, but this kind of middle part here, it has a deeper usually core, a deeper color, and towards the rim the color is changing. It depends, of course, of the grape variety and of the vintage of the wine. Usually it's different. It can be garnet, thin garnet, it can be purple, and so on. Yes, as I mentioned about the rim. Viscosity is about the thickness of the wine. When you tilt again the glass like this and you see how the wine is moving, this is about the viscosity. Then when you bring the wine back to its position, it comes to that tiers or legs, however you want to call them. And this, by the way, has nothing to do with the quality of the wine. Um, so if you see a fast moving tiers, and they can't form really on the glass, it means that it has probably light alcohol. It's a low in alcohol actually. And if the legs or the tiers are heavy and they go slowly, I don't know if you can see this one, but they are going quite slowly here, and they are quite many. It means that it has probably higher alcohol. Other observations, if you don't see anything such as sediments or CO2, you just mentioned that, no sediments, no CO2. And the next slide, it's about the nose. Here before we start describing the nose, we need to make sure that the wine is sound. Basically, if you smell the wine and it smells like a wine, you just say the wine is clean. If you have detected any fault, like let's say for example cork taint, which is the most common wine fault, known also known as trichloroanisole. I'm sure you haven't noticed that English is not my first language. It's a difficult word to say anyway. Trichloroanisole, yeah. I may make a video in the future about the wine faults, which it's a good idea actually. Yeah, you can mention the fault. Then it's about the intensity of the aromas. How intense are the aromas? Basically, if you start picking the aromas from this kind of distance, it means that has high intensity of aromas. If you have to bring it closer to your nose, it means it's moderate. And if you have to stick your nose into the glass, it means that it has uh, low aroma intensity. Yeah, correct. But after that, when you start describing the aromas of the wines, the descriptors, they are kind of divided into three categories. I'm not going into very deep in that, as I'll probably need 2 hours to complete the video. But I have included here some fruits and some spices, and to see what you can get from a wine. Basically, primary, secondary, and tertiary aromas. They are divided into primary, secondary, and tertiary aromas. Primary aromas are the ones which are coming from the grape variety or during the fermentation process. Secondary aromas are from oak aging, such as vanilla, cloves, cinnamon, coconut, toast, and so on. And tertiary aromas are derived from bottle aging. And of course, the last one, it's about maturity level. So if you have described it so far, let's say primary and secondary aroma, it means that the wine is young, youthful. So you have to say the wine is youthful. But if you mention also tertiary aromas in the description, then you have to say that the wine is developing. Next slide, it's about test. By the way, I always, after the videos, when I watch the videos and I kind of like remember, oh my God, why I didn't say that, why I didn't say this, you know. But it's so many that you can mention and you have to mention, but I don't know, maybe I should take notes. Anyway, the next slide is about the test, about the palate. Again, we have to mention that the wine is clean, if it's a clean, or if you have any fault, we have to mention that. Sweetness levels, whatever the sweetness levels are, you need to describe it. Could be dry, off dry, medium sweet, and so on. We need to mention about if it's a still or sparkling wine. We need to talk about the body of the wine, if it's a light body, moderate, or full body. Acidity goes the same. Light, moderate, low, moderate, and high. Test descriptors, you need to confirm here the descriptors which you mention on the nose. By the way, on the nose we need to talk about aromas, and on the palate we need to talk about flavors. I have seen many people confusing that. On the palate they are saying aromas, and on the nose they are saying flavors. Yeah, we need to confirm though test descriptors. Sorry, like I said, we need to confirm the descriptors on the palate here as well. They may feel slightly different on the nose. For example, on the nose, probably on the nose they could be more ripe fruit condition, let's say. On the palate they feel less ripe, so you can mention that. You need to confirm the oak descriptors as well. You need to speak about the maturity level on the palate. We need to talk about the tannins, of course, if they are low, moderate, or high. And here you can describe them, if they feel smooth, if they feel ripe or astringent, let's say. Alcohol levels goes the same, low, moderate, and high. And me personally, in order to get right the alcohol, I have to swallow a little bit of wine, so to get that, if it's a high, I get that burning sensation here. And then I know it's above 14% ABV. And length of course it's about the finish. Usually high-end wines, high quality wines, they have this kind of long finish, pleasant finish, which after you have swallowed the wine, you still get these flavors, let's say 30-40 seconds later. Next slide is of course about conclusion, and here it's kind of very important. If you have come to this point and you still don't know the grape variety, what grape variety it may be, or what wine it may be, it means you are screwed. Basically, what you have to do, of course, you need to know a little bit of theory as well. So while you was describing the appearance, nose, and the palate, you have to be able kind of somehow to store that information, let's say, in your brain. And when you come to this point, to be able to make the right conclusion. So vinification, you could say whatever you believe the wine was produced, vinified in stainless steel, aged in new French oak barrels. Then you need to speak about the climate, from what climate this wine comes from. Like I said, again, it comes to the theory here. But if you get this kind of tart fruit, let's say, low alcohol, high acid, probably it's going to be more likely from cool climate. If you get higher alcohol, less acid, round, let's say if it's red, round tannins, smooth tannins, ripe fruit condition, it means probably from warm or hot climate. Then it's about country, region, and appellation. Country, let's say, like for example, France. Yeah, country is going to be France. Region, let's say, is going to be Aron Valley, and appellation, let's say, Chateau of the Pape. Name of the wine, if you are confident enough, producer as well. Then quality, quality start from let's say poor, poor, acceptable, good, very good to outstanding. We are not going to use here the 100-point scale of Robert Parker. And the last one, it's about aging potential, of course. High-end wines, high quality wines, they are suitable for aging. Most of the wines, though, are produced to be enjoyed young and fresh. So don't go and try to store every wine you have to enjoy it in 10 years later. Yeah. And the last slide, it's about food and wine. We need to talk about food and wine in blind tasting. Basically, I should mention that in beginning, but if somebody doesn't know what blind tasting is, which I'm sure most of you do, basically you get a glass of wine, you don't know anything about it, and you have to go through the full organoleptic description about this wine. And this is more of like a competition scenario, all these steps which are going through. Food and wine, you need to mention about the temperature which are going to serve this wine. For example, if it's a light crisp wine, let's say Pinot Grigio, Sauvignon Blanc, Riesling, you can say I'll serve this wine between 8 and 10 degrees. If it's a oak-aged wine, let's say, you can say between around 13 degrees, 10 and 13 degrees. If it's a light red wine, for example, Pinot Noir, Barbera, Dolcetto, you can serve that slightly chilled. For example, around 15 degrees. If it's a full body one like Tannat, Malbec, or some Cabernet Sauvignons, you can say between 16 and 18 degrees. Then the choice of the glass, of course, you need to mention what glass you'll serve this wine. To decant, aerate or not. Decanting, it has to do with removing of sediments. Aeration, it's about giving the wine chance to interact with the oxygen, to open up. You have to recommend the dish, of course, and the last is to explain your reason behind that recommendation. So we have come to the end of our video. Thank you very much once again for visiting this channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. You know what to do. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, and I hope I see you in the next videos as well. Thank you for your time. Thank you very much.